firsties. We're going to work on some math now, so go ahead and go grab your math packet. If it's not handy, you can pause the video. And when you get your math packet, we're going to turn to page 6 in your math packet, and it has the hundredths chart on it, okay? And today we're going to be talking about using a hundredths chart to add 10 more. So if you remember back to like last week and the week before in school, we talked about when you're counting and you're counting across a hundredths chart, you're counting by ones. And then when you're counting up and down a hundredths chart, you're counting by tens. So we're just going to focus on how we can use our hundredths chart to count by 10. So we're going to do the sample problem with the hundredths chart and then the 3 that I put in a green box. All right, so you can work along with me as we do these, or you can watch and then you can do them on your own after. All right, so this one says you can use a hundredths chart to add 17 plus 40. Start at 17, move down 4 rows to add 40. Because remember, when we go down, we're counting by tens. It's 10 more. So if I start at 17 and I put a little green dot there so you can see that's where I'm going to start. So I start here and I count down 4. So 17, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I land on 57. So that's saying that 17 plus 40 is 57. And then if I went ahead and I counted and added 10 more, I would say 17, 27, 37, 47, 57. So I'm going to fill that part in now. 27, 37, 47, and 57. Okay? So we're just changing the number in our tens place. We're keeping our ones the same. You see it was 7, 17, 27, 37, 47, and 57. The ones stayed the same as a 7, and the tens is what we changed. So we went 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, 10 more, okay? So we're gonna try to use our hundredths chart to do 12 plus 50, 15 plus 20, and 14 plus 40. So let's start with 12 plus 50. So I have a little green dot next to my number 12, and it tells me 50. So I'm thinking that 50 is 5 tens. So I'm going to count 5 rows down or 5 boxes down from 12. So I start at 12 and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I end up on 62. So 12 plus 50 is 62. So I just went 10 more. My ones stayed the same. I had 12. I had 22, 32, 42, 52, and 62. So only my tens changed because when I go up and down, I change or count by tens, and when I go across, I change or count by ones. All right, my next one says 15 plus 20. So I'm going to stop and think, and I know that 20 has 2 tens in it. And if you're not sure, don't forget you have your bags of tens. You have your talls and your smalls, so I can take out my talls if I need to and say I need to make 20, 10, 20. I go, oh, that's 2 tens, right? So I'm at my 15 and I know I'm going to count 2 squares down. So if I count 2 squares down, I say 1, 2, and I land on 35 because 15 plus 20 is 35. I'm only changing my tens place. I'm not changing my ones place. My ones place stays the same. So that's 35. So at 5, 15, 25, 35. Ones stay the same. And I added 110 each time I move down. Tens we count up and down, and ones we count across. Let's do this last one here, which is 14 plus 40. I started with my 14. And I had 40. Well, I'm thinking, and I know 40 has 4 tens in it. And if I'm not sure, I can make 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. And then I go, oh, 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. So when I'm on my 14, I'm going to count 4 squares down. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that puts me at 54. And again, I had 14, 24, 34, 44, 54. My ones stayed the same. I had 4 ones, but my tens changed because when I count up and down, it's by tens, and when I count across, it's by 1. So 14 plus 40 is 54. So I'm going to write 54 on the line for that one. And then here's our little bonus one that says, explain how you can use a hundredths chart to add 13 plus 70. So stop for a minute. If you want to pause the video to call someone in to talk to them, you can, but think, what did we just do? We found our first number. We figured out how many tens were in the second number, and we counted that many squares down because we were counting 10 more. So stop for a second and think, what would you tell someone at home? How can you use this hundredths chart to add 13 plus 70? Okay, I'm going to add 13 plus 70. So I'm going to find my 13, and I know in 70 I have 7 tens. I have 4 on my table already, so I'm going to grab a couple more to make 7 just to double check myself. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Just like that, 70. So here we go again, 13, and I'm going to count 7 down because I have 7 tens here. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when I count 7 down, I end up on 83 because 13 plus 70 is 83. Okay? So hopefully you were able to explain what we did today. If you get a chance, explain it again to someone at home, maybe when somebody gets home from being out at the store, at work, or whatever, or your brother or sister. And then, if you have some extra time, go ahead and play the base 10 exchange game again today. And today when you play, set a timer. Set it for 10 minutes, and then set it for 5 minutes, and then set it for 1 minute, and see if you can do speed rounds and see how quickly you can come up and make that 100. Okay, so do that for math today, and tomorrow is Friday, so we'll do our Fast Fact Friday together. And I'm going to have Isabel and Ethan join us for that. All right, see you tomorrow.